All right, so the lesson of the week is take it easy. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lydia. If you are new here, welcome. You're watching Ketosis Focus. I have been on my keto weight loss journey for over 20 months and I have lost 85 pounds. I'm on my quest to lose 125 pounds and hopefully I will get there inch by inch. I have no idea how long it's going to take for me to get there, but I will get there. So this week has been a very interesting week. If you saw my video from last week, my last week's update, I thought I was doing everything correct. I was working out 4 days a week. I was tracking my macros. I was cutting my calories. I was intermittent fasting. I was doing all the things and then the scale still didn't move. I actually made a mistake last week because I think I said I lost 0 weight from last week to that, from the week before to that week. And I think that I had lost maybe 0.8 or something. But I was very frustrated because the new scale had me weighing more and I couldn't get it into the next group of 10s, which was the 170s, and I was very frustrated. And a lot of you commented about how stress and frustration can also cause a weight stall, which this wasn't even a stall. It was just me being very impatient. But I digress. Today, we are going to chat about how this past week has gone. So what I did differently this week, it's spring break this week, by the way. So the kids are home and we didn't have any plans to go anywhere really. So I decided to take it easy this week. I knew I wasn't going to hit the gym, so I did not hit the gym. I did want to try and get my steps in, 10,000 steps, but that fell to the wayside. I had an impromptu trip out of town to San Antonio, but I didn't do any intermittent fasting, no working out, no stress. This was my no stress week. I kind of wanted to give like, okay, you know what? I just don't care this week. I don't care anymore this week and I'm just going to see what happens. But what normally would happen when I have an I don't care moment means that I would just give myself all the reasons to just fly off the rails and eat everything I could possibly eat. And I was really teetering on that. I was really teetering on the possibility of just calling it a diet break again. But I just had one when we had the storm. But calling it a diet break, eating all the things, indulging, calling it spring break, and then moving on. But I didn't. So I will say that my week started off with an impromptu trip out of town. I went to visit a friend who moved into a house and we ended up going out to eat for lunch. And we ended up at a Mexican restaurant. I had fajitas. The better choice would have been regular fajitas, but I did get the ones that have this like cream sauce over it. So who knows exactly what the macros were for that meal. I did end up eating a little bit of the charo beans that were on the side, a little bit of guacamole. But that was my meal for lunch, which was a pretty big meal. It could have been an OMAD day. But for some reason, I ended up eating chicken wings at like 9 o'clock at night with some blue cheese dressing. And it ended up being, I think, like 4 large wings that had like the 2 pieces. So maybe like 8 individual wings if you count like the drumstick or something. I'm not exactly sure. But I had those wings. I could have done without it, but I could have just gone to bed. But I didn't. I ate those wings. The very next morning, when we were about to head back home, my friend made breakfast for me. Thank you very much for being so generous. But the problem was that she didn't ask me if I was hungry, which I wasn't. She just started cooking and I wasn't hungry, but she'd already made this huge breakfast for me. It was like 3 eggs, 4 slices of bacon. I gave one to my daughter. 4 slices of bacon, 3 eggs, a half an avocado, which was all keto, and I appreciated it all. And I ended up eating it because, you know, somebody makes it for you. You don't want to like not eat it. But if she had asked me if I was hungry, I would have said no and waited until lunchtime or something. But I ate it because it was in front of me. And I realized if I plate it and I put it in front of me, I'm a clean plate club person, so I will eat it all until it's gone. And that's something that I learn even when I'm at restaurants. Like, I eat it all. I mean, unless I immediately, as soon as it comes, put half of it away and put it away to take home, I will eat everything that's on the plate. So that was that day 2, which was Tuesday. And then I came home and we ended up going out to eat for dinner. My dinner wasn't too heavy. I did have 2 pork chops, a little bit of refried beans, and some guacamole, and a little bit of my daughter's queso, and that was it. So that's what I had that day. So anyway, looking back at my calories for the week, I noticed there was a little bit of a trend. So my goal is to have 1,230 calories a day. Give or take. And I averaged 1307. So I actually averaged over my calories for the week. My highest day was on Wednesday with 1,397 calories. My lightest day was yesterday and it was 1,211. I didn't take video of what I ate. I didn't take pictures of everything that I ate this week. It was really a no stress, kind of just take it easy kind of week, but I did track. Now my steps averaged at 5,453 a day for the week. So my highest amount of steps was Sunday when we took that walk, or we took a walk, and it was 9,971. That was the most steps I've had all week. Then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday were all below that. Monday was at 8,604. Tuesday was at 2,608 because I spent the majority of the day in the car driving home. So it was a very light steps week this week. I didn't take my apple cider vinegar. I didn't do intermittent fasting. I drank my coffee whenever I wanted. I ate meals whenever I wanted. I still tracked everything as best as I could, even though I went out to eat a few times this week. So now for the weigh-in. So last week's weight. My weight last week was 180.2. That's where I was. It was never going to go down. I felt like I was forever going to be at 180s for as long as I can remember, and I was very frustrated. 180.2 was my weight last week. This week I weighed in and I am at 179.6. So I finally broke out of the 180s. I'm in my 170s. I'm very happy that I was able to do that, even though I was over on my calories, even though I didn't work out at all this week. I didn't get my steps. I didn't stress. I didn't do any of the things that I make myself do every week in the hopes of seeing some kind of progress or success. I didn't do any of that except for take it easy. I took it easy and I was able to see some results on the scale. Another thing that I did not do this week was weigh myself every day. I think weighing myself every day, I was trying to keep a log of it so I could see the trends, the up and the down. So I wouldn't even put so much weight, so to speak, on the number on the scale. And I don't know if that works for me. I think it makes me a little crazy and obsessive, especially when I want to see a certain number and I keep weighing in every day, hoping to see it, and it's not there. So this week it was nice to not worry about it. The only day I had to worry about it was on the day I said I was going to weigh myself, which was this morning. And then it was a pleasantly surprising moment to see the number that go down from last week. So I think for me, I still want to continue tracking and continue getting those steps up as much as I can, but I realize it's not as important. I don't have to go to the gym 4 days a week. If it's starting to burn me out and I'm not enjoying it, then maybe I don't have to do it, and my calories, I was like, man, if I go over, it's going to screw me up. Well, this whole week I went over almost every day, going out to eat, doing all of that, and I was still able to see a loss on the scale. One of the things I am doing, which is new for me, is I'm making sure I'm getting my sodium in. So I started making Solate water, which is made with pink salt, so I can get the sodium that I need throughout the day. It's something that I never done before, so I'm doing that this week, trying to see if I feel any different. Do I have more of a mental clarity? Do I feel better? Do I have more energy? I feel great so far. I'm proud that I'm incorporating it. I know I've always heavily salted my food before, but I never supplemented the sodium the way I was supposed to do. And I don't know why. I don't know why. I've always been good about my potassium and my magnesium, but for some reason, sodium always kind of lost the priority for me. And now I'm putting it as a priority because I know that it's very important to make sure that you're supplementing your sodium. So I am making sure that I'm having the adequate amounts of sodium in my diet now. So all in all, it was a good week. I mean, I really was expecting to gain weight this week, or at the very least, stay the same. I was expecting to see that 180.4, 0.2, point whatever today. So I was pleasantly surprised to see the 179.6 today. I realized that stress really does make a difference in your week and how you feel, and obsession is not a good thing. I was obsessing about that number and obsessing about everything that I'm doing right in my head, and I need to do it for different reasons. Like, I know already that weight loss doesn't happen on a treadmill. Weight loss happens in the kitchen. So as long as I am eating the right foods for me, I don't even need to eat at a deficit, it seems like, unless my body was just, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe if I had eaten at 1231 calories this week, I would have lost more than the 0.6. I don't know. I guess that's something that we'll find out next week when I do a better job at tracking and sticking to my macros. All right, so that's it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you made it to the end of this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Let me know how your week went. Are you on spring break? I know it's difficult. What are some of the things that you're doing to make sure that you stay on plan, or are you even staying on plan, or are you calling it a free week or a diet break? I'd love to hear about it. Post it in the comments below, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.